wanted to highlight that Interglobe Aviation is back almost on the lower circuit. It was almost 16% in terms of return. Now it's back to about 20 odd percent. So it's back going towards the lower circuit. Fresh round of selling coming into this name. Let's also pull up Jet Airways. Jet Airways had gone to a high of about 620. That's at about 612. So no major change over there. But Jet is a part of FNO, so there is no problem of circuit or no circuit over there. Just some gainers as far as the mid-cap space is concerned. A lot of names are doing pretty well. So if I look at some mid-cap gainers, Titagarh Wagons is up 11. Man Infra is up close to about 11. Cox and Kings is up 7%. Canfin Homes, of course, backed by results, is doing well. It's up close to 13 odd percent. Leica Labs is up about 10 odd percent. Rallis India is up 12. Laris, after the results, has fallen quite a bit. So maybe that's the reason why it's essentially seeing some amount of buying coming in. M&M Finance from the mid-cap space, it's not doing that well, but it's a name which, one would say that it fell down 4-5% yesterday. It opened flat and now is down about 5%. Results were quite poor. There was a downgrade that came in from Morgan Stanley, and maybe that has impacted the name. Ruchit Jain, equity technical analyst at Angel Broking, is now joining us. Ruchit, what do you make of the very high volatility that we are seeing in the market? Is it telling you that probably this is just a bear market pullback?
Good afternoon. Probably at this level, currently we are not much bearish on the market. If you just recollect, even last week we had advised on your channel that around 7350 to 7300 should be a crucial support zone for the market. Now there are a couple of 2-3 reasons which clashes to provide support for the market over here. The first thing is, since last 10 months this market has been trading in a falling channel, and currently the prices are trading at the lower end of the falling channel. Secondly, there is a good support coming in if we see this entire last up move which was there from 7540 to 7900, then 161.8% retracement of that also comes around 7300. Also the momentum readings are quite oversold zone, so definitely these were the certain parameters due to which we had book profit on all the short positions around this 7300 7350 range. So now from last couple of days we are recommending our clients to go longs on certain stock specific ideas. We are anticipating that due to this cluster of support levels there would be some sort of short covering, and those shorts, those stocks where there is too much short have been built up in last few weeks, those would be the first stocks which would show some positive momentum in next few days. Now next 2 days being holidays, then on Monday, then after trading again Tuesday there is a holiday, so and we are trading at support levels, so that's why we are also anticipating this also could be a reason which could lead to some further short covering from current levels. Probably on Monday or Wednesday we should see Nifty heading towards 7470, and in case if that gets crossed, then even 7530 should be the level which can be seen till expiry. So even at current levels, after this pullback of 150 points, one should not think that since it's just a pullback and one should not look to short at current levels. I think next week we would see some more pullback up to 7470 and 7530.
Right. Let's talk about some names. What do you make of Jet Airways in a market which is clearly buzzing, stable since morning? Jet Airways is down about 6-7%. Interglobe is also down, but you won't have history to tell us about the chart. Can you look at Jet Airways and tell us?
Yeah, these airline stocks probably had outperformed all the mid-cap stocks in last few months. We had seen that in spite of mid-cap stocks getting corrected since last 1 month, these stocks had shown some correction only after 15th of Jan, that is in last 1 week or so. I think some more correction could be there in this stock. There's a lot of long position which could see some sort of profit booking. On the low side, major support for the stock is coming around 550, which is the 89 days of exponential moving average on daily charts. This level also coincides with the resistance levels which was broken, which was the high made in January 2015. So probably I think 550 is where this stock could head in near term. So still one should not look for any kind of bottom fishing. Maybe around 550 levels, this stock would again become an attractive buy.
Right. What's your view on GAIL? It's up 8% today, 368.
I think GAIL would November, the stock had outperformed the entire market. In spite of market's correction, we saw that from the lower levels, it had shown a very good up move from 280 to 370. After a sideways correction today, again it has started showing us signs of strength. Volumes have been backed during today's up move. So I think the upside momentum could continue going ahead. 380, 382 is the first resistance zone, which if crossed can also lead the stock towards 400. So one should trade with positive biasness in GAIL. One can keep a stop loss below 340 on any long positions.
You think most of the rally today, so a GAIL is up 8, a Hero MotoCorp is up 5, a Maruti is up 5, a Tata Steel is up 5. It's all because of short covering, or would you look at the data, look at the cash market volumes, you get a sense that maybe there is delivery buying as well?
Yeah, there may be delivery buying as well, since the levels are quite attractive, especially in the large cap stocks. We have seen that the large cap stocks have corrected quite significantly in last 9-10 months, and now many of them were trading at long term at the long term support zone. So I think it should be a mixture of both short covering as well as some sort of delivery buying.
Right. Any view on the auto pack? Let's start with Maruti, then I'll go to some other names. All of them are buzzing today.
Well, among the auto pack, we have recommended long in Hero MotoCorp. We are anticipating further up move in this stock. We have recommended around 2470 for target of 2635. Apart from that, in four-wheelers in Maruti, we are not that optimistic. I think still the stock has not shown any kind of major reversal pattern. It could be just a pullback move because the stock is in an oversold zone, and on the higher side, the stock could again face resistance around this 4200 to 4250 range. So I think one should not be in a hurry to do any kind of bottom fishing in this auto sector.
Right. As far as Tata Motors is concerned, any view on that? Very volatile for that name as well. Again, advised to avoid.
Yeah, as of now, the advice for Tata Motors also would be to avoid the stock because we have not seen any sign of major reversal pattern being formed. Although the stock is trading around its good support of 302 is a good support. So in case if it again dips to around 300 to around 300 levels, I think those levels would be the good where one could look to enter. But as of now, I think one should still wait for some more correction in this stock.
Right. Ruchit, just stay on with us. I'm taking a break. Coming back in 2 minutes, we'll discuss some more stocks on the other side. If you look at the markets, continue to be strong, 142 odd points higher. Let's just get a corporate voice coming in. Earlier in Davos, we spoke to Uday Kotak. My colleague Namrata caught up with him. Let's listen in what he told us about India and why India is in a sweet spot. Right, that was Uday Kotak talking about how earnings can accelerate going ahead. We are waiting numbers from ITC, so that should actually come out. Generally, it comes out around 11:30, 12, but today probably it's not come out. It's up about 0.7%. We are waiting the numbers. Ruchit, any view on ITC? How is it looking on the charts? Clearly a big underperformer, but not seen any selling pressure also because of this market mayhem.
There is not much selling pressure, but still, there are no signs of reversal also, which would lead the stock much higher. I think major support, positional support for the stock is coming around 295. So I don't think there would be much upside in the stock. The stock, in fact, could correct up to 295.
Right. HUL, any sort of a view after the results? It's down about 10% or so far.
When HUL currently seems to be giving breakdown from the crucial support zones, 770, 775. We have seen that in the past, in the month of September, October, it had held those levels over there from where we saw a decent pullback. But the momentum seems to be on the downside, and certain parameters are showing initial signs that the stock might give breakdown from the 770 support zone next week. So probably I think the FMCG pack, entire FMCG pack itself is not showing that positive momentum in near term. So even HUL I think could break the 770 support and head lower towards 735, 740.
Right, but as of now, no hurry to buy HUL. In fact, when it goes up, you would be looking to sell.
Yeah, one should not be in a hurry to buy HUL as of now. I think, Pankaj, if anyone is looking to buy for this up move, if any stocks or any sectors that could perform well, it won't be FMCG or other defensive, but it would probably be banking and metal sector stocks. We, as I said at the start, we are anticipating initially to for a short covering move, which would lead to the an up move in the stocks, where we have seen very aggressive selling in past few weeks. Now, banking is one of the sector where we have seen much aggressive selling in past few weeks. Now, the heavyweights which have which have been sold, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, State Bank of India, they all are trading at quite attractive levels and around their long-term support zones. So I think due to short covering and value buying at current levels, these stocks could show a good up move. And if this heavyweights show a good up move, then definitely the mid cap stocks also could see some good short covering. So I think banking sector would be the one where one should keep a watch for short term trading perspective. It's next 1 week view that I am giving. Apart from that, metal sector stocks have also shown good momentum in today's trading session, be it JSW Steel, Tata Steel, Vedanta, Hindalco. So I think this momentum could get continued in these two sectors. So probably from trading perspective, banking and metals, these are the two sectors that would be on your buy list.
Right. So, what would be your view as far as RCOM is concerned? They would be declaring numbers today. Reliance Cap declared numbers; it was up 2. Reliance Infra declared numbers; it did well. Any view on Reliance Communication?
Well, RCOM is trading close to its crucial support zone. So probably if anyone is holding a long positions in this, they should continue to hold. In recent past, in September, October, the stock had shown very good positive momentum, and as of now, it seems that the last couple of weeks action is just a corrective of this up move. So with a stop loss placed below 63, one should continue to hold the long positions. Any positive news could lead the stock back towards 75 levels in near term. So definitely, since it's trading very close to its support zone of 63, 64, it's worth holding at current levels long positions, keeping a strict stop loss below 63 levels.
Right. You mentioned about RCOM and the other two, Reliance Capital, Reliance Infra, seen a significant correction from the top as well. But are they at supports?
Reliance Capital is showing some signs of support. We have seen some good volumes coming in this week. And also on the weekly charts, since today on Friday, this weekly charts would get closed. It's showing signs of a positive pattern being formed over there. So if next week, if we get some momentum getting continued on Monday above 384, 385, and I think the stock could go up to 405, 410 in next 2-3 trading sessions itself. So one Reliance Capital would be a buy above 385 just for short-term trading for target of 405 to 410. Apart from that, as of now, I'll avoid Reliance Infra since there is no reversal pattern seen at current levels.
Right. As far as some of the losers are concerned, any view on Bharti Airtel? Any view on Idea? They are among the top losers.
Both these stocks continuously have been forming low top, low bottom, especially Idea if we speak. After forming a high of around 200, I don't think the stock had shown significant pullback after any downside momentum. The pullbacks have been used as an opportunity to sell into the stock. Major support for the stock would come around 9900 levels, and I think the stock should test that 100 very soon. So probably I'm still bearish on this on these stocks. Bharti may not show sharp downfall from current levels, but definitely Idea could come around.
Ruchit, I'll just come back to you. ITC, I think, has just declared numbers. As far as profits are concerned, 2,626. That's what the profit number is in terms of ITC. We'll just get other details coming in. But I think that number is probably about 100 crore sort of a miss. But they're just an initial reaction that we're talking about. So we'll really have to wait and watch as to how things go ahead and what are the different details that we're talking about. As of now, It's a 0.3% decline. 2,626. That's what the profit number is about as far as ITC is concerned. I'm just waiting for the release actually to open, but it's not opening in. So we'll just look at some other numbers and try and give you a sense as to what's happening over there. Just trying to open the release, but meanwhile we're also getting in the closing. So Asian Paints is up 3. Sun Pharma is up close to about 2% odd. Cipla is up about 1%. Maruti is up 5% or so. So some of these names are looking good. ITC total income is close to about 9,176. Profit numbers 2,652. I'm just waiting for the details of some sales. I mean, probably some cigarette sales numbers to come in. That'll be the key driver. Of course, this price would not be correct, 304, because it's just reacted 1 minute into that particular number. But probably the release is not opening in. There is some issue over there. So I'll just wait for the release actually to open. Meanwhile, Ruchit, any sort of view as far as the market closing is concerned? We've closed at 7,422. Does that any which ways change your view?
I think it's definitely a positive sign that after 2 days of high volatility on both the sides, positive as well as negative sign, finally we have ended the session with a positive bias, and that too with very good market breadth. So that's a good sign that the positive closing is with a positive market breadth. So I think headed last week, we would see some further up move in the Nifty. 7470 would be the first target, and if it moves beyond those levels, then 7530 would be the targets where it could go in next week.
Right. Ruchit, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure talking to you. Just trying to get some more details numbers, but